Hi everybody, my name is Jeffrey Lane. I'm a high school teacher. I teach robotics, physics, and forensic science. Even though it's just started, this year has had no shortage of difficulties. These challenges have really presented themselves in classes that have large hands-on components, like all the science classes and especially robotics. In my robotics class, we spend a lot of time in teams building and modifying a physical robot, then programming it to complete certain tasks. However, this year we can't share robots, and there are not enough for everyone, so we decided to use a virtual robot. Robot Virtual World is a program that takes the place of a physical robot and replaces it with a robot on each student's screens. Students can still program as they normally would, and that my existing curriculum supports, but now they program their virtual robot to navigate terrain such as a tabletop or a tropical island. In my physics and forensics classes, I've decided to switch to a mastery-oriented curriculum. The whole unit is given to students to work at their own pace with a realistic due date. That way, students are able to work at their own pace, whether at class or at home, and still have a due date that the unit needs to be finished by. The list of work is given in sequential order with hyperlinks embedded for each assignment so that all the work is in one place. So far, students really enjoy this model. They really like the amount of autonomy they have with it. The physics classes have been substituting the traditional labs with virtual labs from pivotinteractives.com. This website allows for students to watch a video of an experiment or some phenomena and then take data of that video with a built-in toolkit, graph their results, and answer analysis questions all on one page. Google Classroom has really been a game changer this year. I remember a few years ago when I was a new teacher, trying to keep my head above water, I resisted learning Google Classroom because I just couldn't handle learning another thing. Now I can't imagine teaching in this current environment without it. Pivot Interactives has also been a great resource because of the lab limitations we currently face. I'd like to continue using these though, because of the quality of the labs and diversity of topics it has within physics. It has some really high-tech labs that we wouldn't be able to do because of the high school setting and budgetary limits, as well as some really technically difficult ones. In robotics, Robot Virtual Worlds has been a lifesaver. With this software, students can get an experience that is very close to the typical robotics class, and I don't have to learn a new programming language or change the curriculum. In the forensics class, we use Screencastify a lot for labs. These labs were previously done in partners and shared lab equipment, but now they're pre-recorded by me, and that's what students use to take data. For all my classes, I try to keep them as simple as possible. It's not a normal year, so the more I'm able to keep things simple, I'm better off and the students are better off. By keeping all assignments on a single list for each chapter, students know what the work is no matter where they are, home or at school. By doing all of this, I'm doing the most I can to ensure that students are getting the most out of my STEM classes. By making the content accessible, I'm allowing them to be better communicators, better collaborators, more creative, and great critical thinkers. Thanks for watching, everybody.